From Victoria, head north to Cider Farm and Cider House to experience one of the island's most inspired tastes.
My name is Kristen Jordan, and I'm the owner of Cider Farm and Cider House. Our farm is located on the Saanich Peninsula, just north of Victoria on Vancouver Island. So here at the farm we grow over 60 varieties of apples, and they're mostly cider apples, so they're not good for eating, they're not good for cooking, they're really just meant for cider. And there's some really traditional varieties that you wouldn't see in the grocery stores or even at the farmers markets around here. So the process of cider making is very much seasonal, and so we're picking and we're pressing through the fall, fermenting over the winter and bottling in the spring, and then hopefully drinking in the summer. And I think that Vancouver Island has some of the best growing conditions in the world for growing apples and apples that are going to make good cider. There's a few other factors that make it not just good for growing cider apples, but growing them organically. I mean, I come from a family of farmers, and generations ago they were growing organically, only it wasn't called that. That's just how you did it, right? It's free of pesticides, it's free of chemicals, and so you're just getting a really clean drink at the end of the day. What you see behind me is our tank room where the cider ferments and where it ages. And some of the cider ages in stainless steel tanks, and some of the cider actually ages and ferments in these oak barrels. When somebody comes to visit us, they can expect to have a really interesting cider experience. So if what we might do is start them out with a tasting of our ciders. Cider in the middle is called wassail or wassail, and the story behind that is that traditionally wassail means to your health, and it's really about not only to your health as in your friends and family, but also it's to toast the health of the apple orchard. So this is hopefully something that's going to encourage a healthy harvest in the fall for us. Well, I think we're incredibly fortunate here on the Saanich Peninsula because the community has really embraced us, and most of our visitors are locals, which is great. I think people around us feel some ownership to the cider because a lot of the fruit that we use to make the cider is actually coming from their backyards, and we're proud of that. And I think really though the number one thing is just the people part of it, right? Is to be able to be meeting guests, greeting people, and I love talking about cider, I love explaining what we do, and I love making people's day. If they come here and they have had a good time, then I'm happy.
Like, if you look at that, what do you think made the difference? Why'd your school just...
From Cider, it's only minutes to Swartz Bay and the ferry sailing to Vancouver.